Hello, boys and girls. My name is Evangelist Dukes. I am a part of New Heart Ministries Daytona, and this evening we're going to talk about Jonah and the big fish. Many of you may be familiar with the story of Jonah in the Bible, but today we're going to take a look at it in a couple of different ways. Our main theme that we want to pull from this lesson is obedience. Do we know what obedience is? If you do not know what obedience is, take a moment to think about it. And when you have your thought in your head, keep it in your mind and let's see if you're correct. Jonah and the Big Fish, written by Dandy Daly Mackle, illustrated by Lizzie Marlin. Jonah and the Big Fish. This story tells Jonah's side of the story. Have you ever heard that there are always two sides to a story? Well, today we're going to see Jonah's side, and tomorrow we'll come back and see the other side of the story. So here we are. I'm Jonah of Israel. Life was great. Then God told me something I chose to debate. Debate means we question things, or we may have a difference of opinion about something. Now go up to Nineveh. Here's what to do. Just tell them I love them the way I love you. But I didn't like all those people up there. So here's what I said. God, I just do not care. Now, here's the way to Nineveh. This is where God told him to go. And this is Tarshish. And let's see what happens here. I bought me a ticket and sailed on a ship the opposite way from that Nineveh trip. But God stirred the waves with a fierce storm at sea. I told the ship's captain, the problem is me. The sailors tossed cargo to lighten the load. The harder the wind blew, the harder they rowed. You must throw me in, or you won't stay afloat. At last, the men tossed me right out of the boat. I sank in the waters. Oh, why had I fled? And that's when I saw a big fish straight ahead. The fish swam right for me, its mouth open wide. I slipped through the teeth, then I swooshed deep inside. Day one, I was thinking, my answer is still no. Because since I hate Nineveh, why should I go? I came to my senses, I think on day 3. I said I was sorry and begged God, send me. The fish took a breath. Then I felt myself soar up like a dove before landing on shore. I waved to the fish, for I knew I'd been blessed. I walked straight to Nineveh. God's way is best. So, here is a story of a man named Jonah. Remember at the beginning of our story, we talked about the word obedience. Obedience means to do what someone tells you, like your parents or your teacher or your grandmother. Jonah did not want to do what God told him. And because he did not obey God, Jonah was tossed into a sea because he had caused so much chaos for the people that were on the ship. And once he was tossed into the sea, he was swallowed by a big, big fish. Can you imagine being in the belly of a big, big fish? Well, when Jonah came to his senses and he prayed to God, God allowed him to be free. So the fish, he spit Jonah to shore, and on his way to Nineveh he went. So the moral of the story is to obey. Obedience is what we must do when our parents give us instruction, and most importantly, when God gives us instruction. Tune in tomorrow for the other side of Jonah and the big fish.